Hello, and welcome back to the second part of week two. Uh, we're just going to set up a preliminary cinema camera. So this will act as our kind of like a screenshot, sort of main focus of our portfolio piece. We want like a really nice looking composition. Take a screenshot, and we're just going to put a camera in the scene and just move it about and see which sort of angles are our best looking ones. Obviously, might have to use a bit of imagination because it's still a block at the minute. But first thing I want to do before I do any of that is one thing you'll want to change in your settings. So you go up to edit and then project settings, and if you just type in exposure, so this is what it looks like ticked on. It sort of does that sort of a light adjustment thing, which is terrible. So I always just turn mine off. So you just have the actual light. You don't have to worry about the light values changing over time. So we're just gonna make sure you change that because it can get annoying when you're trying to update your scene with your light. Right. Also, one thing I'm going to change as well, we're just going to swap this out to a rectangle light. I think it has a better light diffusion. I think this looks a lot smoother. It gives a better feel for our environment. Let's see. Okay, so that's not bad. It looks a lot better lighting wise. A bit more moody, atmospheric. What we're going to do now is we're just going to put our camera into the scene. So if we just search for on the actors class here, just cine camera actor, you'll get this sort of second screen up here of what the actual camera's looking at. Turn off rotation here a second. And what I normally put it to, if you go here in the settings, is 16:9 DSLR. Or, no, sorry, digital film. I think they're mostly the same, honestly, but DSLR might be the best one. We want to change the focal length here, but you don't have to worry about this right now, but it can be nice just to get it to start. It's nice to just play about with settings, but we don't have to worry about that right now. We just want to place the camera in the scene. You can change the sensor width here. Just how much, it pretty much just means how much you want the camera to be able to see. Oh, I'll just leave that there for the time being. There are different types of cameras you can add in. I know there's the camera actor and the cinema, and the two main ones are the camera actor and the cinema camera actor. I think the cinema camera actor is the one we want because it's better for taking screenshots essentially, or rendering out videos, which we'll do at a later point. But anyway, we're just going to think about placement in the scene, where we think the money shot might be. I think that we want something that shows the desk and maybe the light source. This can change. This can change throughout creation of your environment, but if you have a reference point, it's good to work from. Now, let's see here. Just fiddle about with what the zoom out a bit. I want to get maybe both these in. So that could probably be one. That could maybe be our main screenshot, our main sort of camera shot. Should be pretty cool. And then I think maybe we'll just duplicate this. Maybe we'll bring this over here. Let's reset these rotations. Because we want to get shots of our main props, of our hero props. This is going to be our supply chest. I think this looks pretty cool. Maybe we could have it a bit further down. Looking up maybe. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then the third one, I think maybe we will have, again, just sort of fix these rotations a bit. Kind of want this billboard, this sort of corkboard to be pretty important as well. Put this over here. Again, your one might look a bit different because your scene might be set up a different way, but I want you to pick out maybe one or two angles in your scene that you think might look cool from a camera angle perspective, and then set up your camera accordingly. You can maybe give your camera angle a little twist, rotating it this way. It's called a Dutch angle. It's sort of used in cinema to portray the sense that something's not quite right, which might be pretty cool for us in our Resident Evil scene because everything is not all right. So once you have those completed, if you go to your perspective mode, you'll have the place cameras in your drop down box, so you can just cycle through them. If you hit G to get rid of all the in-game icons, you can see your screenshots, or you can see where your camera's placed. So we can just cycle through here. And if you click on well, it'll default let you just sort of control the camera. So you can maneuver about. So if I move this about, it'll move the camera too. So you can, once you're actually viewing what the camera sees, you make it a better angle. So maybe we want something more like this, just to get everything in frame. And then we can switch to camera actor 3. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This sort of slightly ajar angle. We maybe just keep that like that then. And then if you want to not be in the physical cameras anymore, if you just click on this button here, and then you'll be back in just the default camera. Okay, so now we've got those set up. That'll sort of inform us of the sort of cool angles that we want to adopt when we're taking screenshots, and it'll help us for set dressing too, because we can sort of put focus on these specific areas. Another thing that I didn't mention, I should have done in the last video, is that once you create your block out, you can right click and play from here. Just hit F11 to maximize the screen. You can just have a run about the environment. This feels a wee bit too big, but that's a good thing to know, because now we know when we're going to actually create our actual geometry, we don't have to make it as big as this. This feels a bit slightly too big, and the ceiling is slightly too big. Want a bit more closer in, but it's still a good way to get a feel for the environment. I like the three windows, left, right, and center. So I think that will look still pretty cool, but maybe not as long or as tall as this. Now you just hit escape, and I'll take you back out. Hit F11 again to go back into unmaximize window view. Alright, and that'll be it for this video.